That's right. Today on The Debaters, Talkmates would be arguing, Africa, can we attribute the key challenges we face to our leaders or to our people? It's going to be the head-to-head and persuasive speeches today. All Talkmates have been asked to prepare for both sides of the argument. Damilola, you are attributing the key challenges Africa faces to her leaders, and your opponent is Precious, blaming the people.
Panel of judges, ladies and gentlemen, good day. At the core of Africa's problems are African leaders. Africa has been bedeviled by incompetent leaders since independence. How can a continent blessed with such array of natural resources, 40% of the world's known natural gas, 50% of the world's gold, 40% of the world's known oil reserve, be plagued by such myriad economic, political, cultural and social crisis? Leadership deficiency is a cankerworm that has eaten deeply into the fabric of Africa's development. Leadership in Africa is unimaginative, visionless, dictatorial. African leaders have had thrust upon them, African people have had thrust upon them leaders who are visionless, leaders who cannot stand for the right of their people. How else can we explain the fact that since independence, out of the 220 African heads of state, less than 20 have voluntarily relinquished power? Unbridled corruption has become an endemic feature of leadership in Africa. An estimated $148 billion leaves the shores of Africa through corrupt regimes every year. In fact, the former president of Zaire is reputed to have amassed for himself a fortune that is equal to his country's national debt. How dismal. Leadership crisis in Africa can be traced to the colonial experience. Early post-independence leaders were trained and nurtured under the colonial powers, and they adopted the wrong values of discriminatory leadership. Leadership in Africa is represented by the likes of Mobutu of Zaire, Muammar Gaddafi of Libya, Idi Amin of Uganda, Abacha of Nigeria. Leaders in Africa do not have a vision for their people. In the words of Stephen Adey, leadership is cause, everything else is effect. African leaders are the reason Africa is regarded as the dark continent. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Damilola, Precious. Time for cross-examination. Professor.
First, Damilola, I'd like you to expatiate on the colonial experience as being the cause for bad leadership in Africa, please.
Okay. From the colonial era, the colonial leaders there was a clear dichotomy between the leaders and the followers during colonialism. There was a clear dichotomy between the whites and the blacks, the educated and the uneducated. So that led to a clear distinction, and that was what was handed down to the leaders who were the first set of leaders that Africa had during independence.